Hey guys, my name's Jay. I'm the founder of our company, High Ticket Teams. Thanks so much for considering an opportunity to work with us and submitting information to be able to move forward towards a strategy call. There are multiple ways to engage with our company, so we're very excited to talk to you about that. Listen, I've been in business for a decade now. High Ticket Teams has been in existence for about 3+ years now. The average lifespan of any client that we bring on is about 18 months, which is a long time to be able to work with an agency. Got a great reputation. We've got great YouTube testimonials, a lot of things out there. But the main purpose of this video is to be able to walk you through A to Z how our process works, kind of the highlights version. So then you kind of know what you're walking into. We want to be able to get you this material so that you know exactly how this can work. So then we can determine the strategy and potential fit within our calls. Okay. So I've got deep experience. We're not just an agency working online, work with a lot of companies around the country. I've lived this myself. Okay. So, and not only that, but many of the senior leaders on my team have recruited hundreds, if not thousands of reps over time in multiple different industries. We've got a great team that is here to be able to support you to the level that you need support. Okay. So here's what we do at High Ticket Teams. We put you in a position to be able to sort, vet, qualify, train, and retain your high ticket commission-based sales teams. Plus, what you'll find out here is at the end of this video, we're going to make sure that you have access to resources in our school group, so you can access not only the A to Z how-tos and all the training, whether we work together on an agency level or not. At least you're going to have access to all the things that we have access to. Take that information and work with your team to be able to help you accomplish your goals. So as we dive in, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk you through the A to Z on how our process works. What we just talked about was source, vet, qualify, train, and retain. So those are the different steps to be able to build your commission-based sales team. If you're anything like me, when I was growing our B2B lending company from 0 to multiple 8 figures with over 2,000 reps and our big exit a handful of years ago, as we scaled up, we faced different problems. But what we had to figure out was, okay, how do we put ourselves in a place to be able to get the maximum quality applicants coming through a vetting process to be able to make the key hires that we want without getting distracted with all the people who weren't serious. So I'm going to show you our wireframing and exactly how it works. So the first thing we got to do is we got to be able to source the applicants. So we use Indeed, ZipRecruiter, Monster, LinkedIn. You name all the different resources, we have them, but we found that for most of our clients, Indeed is the best. Now, the difference between you and us is that we are a programmatic job board, meaning we have kind of a corporate-esque style relationship with the job boards because of the volume that we run. So typically we can run those and be able to get better pricing on your applicants. And we just rebill our clients on this, just like Indeed or some of the other job boards. This is a national insurance company with $1,000 budget. We are getting each applicant for $1.08. This is a Texas roofing company, $3.22 cost per applicant. You can open up your Indeed account and check out these numbers. This is fantastic numbers. The average price per applicant that most roofing companies in America are out there, especially in Texas, are paying are anywhere between $7 and $15 per applicant. And a lot of times it's a lot more than that. So you can check these out. B2B insurance, a national B2B insurance company, $2.45. CPA, remote sales roles under $1. State-specific roofing company. This roofing company was in about 8 different states. We were giving them $6.15 per applicant. Phenomenal numbers. State-specific B2B field sales role, $3.08 per applicant. So why is that significant? Because a lot of times these are better numbers than most recruiters out there in America are getting, or you if you're running a traditional Indeed or ZipRecruiter type of account. So these are the type of numbers that we get. But what we do when we work with our clients is we source the applicant for you in accordance to your budget. And we take those applicants and we import them into our Go High level build out. We labeled the Recruiter OS. Okay. This is an end-to-end candidate generation and recruiting operating system. It is built with custom pipelines to track your candidate flow. Moving from A to Z, there are software optimizations to fit your recruiting needs, meaning upwards of about 1,000 different automations that are pre-built that we've been working on for about 6 to 8 years. It's not cookie cutter, but it's designed to be able to keep the flow of candidates moving forward, making sure that those candidates are engaged with in text and email and AI, some of the cool things I'm about to show you. All that stuff is pre-built. You don't have to go through the 6-7 years that it took for us to figure this out. Text and email campaigns, AI, and different types of interview softwares or interview integrations to be able to move those candidates forward. Because if you're anything like me, when I first started this and I had my Indeed account, I hit the this is how much I want to spend per day button, and I got a bunch of applicants coming through the system. And then I had to spend hours every single day to be able to sift through the resumes and try to text or email or place phone calls out to these candidates that just applied. And what I found was, if we got a whole bunch of applicants, let's say somewhere between 50 and 100 applicants, there were a bunch of people that were never going to engage with us. And I spent a lot of time trying to vet through that nonsense to be able to find the people that were the best people to talk to. Because listen, one of the funnest things to do is to be able to communicate, have interviews with top level candidates that want to come through your process. We have a 4-day text and email sequence that goes out to each candidate. The moment somebody applies, they're getting a text message and an email. If a candidate is going to apply for your commission only role, it means they're going to apply for others. And the companies with the right opportunities, whoever gets to them first are going to be able to win them over. Just think about it if you're in their shoes, right? If you got a text message or an email from 10 different companies with commission-based compensation plans, who are you going to go with? The 10th guy that talked to you, or probably somewhere in the first 3? Because it's kind of like walking into Target or Walmart and seeing all the 10,000 different toothpaste options. And you go, well, they all say 9 out of 10 dentists recommend. Which one should I pick? So getting to applicants fast, speed to lead is critical. The next step is we offer them an opportunity to be able to conduct an AI interview. These are all custom built to the needs of our clients. As you could see right here, you see this is a transcript that landed in our inbox of candidates conducting interviews with the AI, which is great because you can filter for different indicators like, do they have a driver's license? Do they meet basic qualifications, et cetera, et cetera. The next step is we have live recruiters on staff that then make outbound calls to those candidates and conduct a second round interview. We have recruiters that we have on staff that we have vetted, that we have trained. As you can see, we fully vetted and trained them. They have course content they have to go through. They are managed and supervised by somebody on our staff to make sure that they're hitting their numbers properly. And if we lose a recruiter for any reason, it's on us to be able to find another one. So we have staff that their goal is to reach out and conduct pre-screening interviews with all the applicants coming through your Recruiter OS. So not only do they go through an AI interview, they go through a recruiter interview. And then the third thing is, before we put them onto your calendar, right as we're putting them onto your calendar to conduct that final stage of interviews, we send them a video. And that video can be a video of you, but we also have AI avatars that we can create custom webinar style evergreen recruiting videos that are meant to precondition the candidates and teach them everything they need to know about the role itself. We have a lot of different options for this, but the point is to be able to help candidates understand what they applied for. Do they understand what's involved? Do they know what next steps are? So then by the time we get them on your calendar, whether that's group interviews or whether that's one-on-ones, now your calendar is not going to look like this. The reason we put this here is because this is what our recruiters' calendars look like. They're conducting pre-screening interviews for you on your behalf, but we're able to put candidates onto your calendar and you're not trying to filter through, and that turns your 20, 30, 40-hour work week of recruiting into a 4-hour work week of recruiting, spending your time as the business owner or senior level executive within the company in the most important and critical stages, which is in the final interviews with the most qualified candidates. Now, when those candidates come through the process, you now have to focus on training and retaining. And not only do we offer hands-on experience and training from our team on a week-to-week basis with the clients that we work with, but we also have educational materials, whether that's through our school program or some of the more exclusive content with our active agency partnerships. Just imagine you just went through the process of sourcing, vetting, qualifying, and hiring that candidate. Now they are showing up on day one to work with you. We have ways to be able to build launch courses to be able to help our clients. So then you can provide a lot of the training and education for each new rep into a launch course that they can review, that you can see how many times they opened it, when they opened it, how often they opened it, etc. On top of that, we offer training on how to build group momentum, right? When you're hiring reps and bringing them in, and we call it our first, better, more multiply method to group dynamics, more to get into on a later date. Reps that attrition out, how do we turn them back into affiliates where we can still drive revenue with them and keep good relationships and keep your Glassdoor ratings in check? And then one of the last things, and these are just some examples, because obviously, as you can see, there's a lot of training material here, but the 4 C's of leverage that encourage reps to be able to continue to move forward, climb the ranks within your company, and want to succeed. A rep, an assembly line, your training to the point to where at day 14, you know if a rep's going to stick around or not. Because listen, if you're going to spend money on ad spend to be able to build your team, you want to make sure that once they're hired, that you've got the system in place to be able to help those reps stick around and actually produce revenue. So we've got the playbook around this. We've got the Evergreen Sales Rep launch course, right? The wireframe to build out that launch course. I know I showed you some visuals into that. Listen, at the end of the day, we've got a lot of content. It's not just a bunch of Google Docs. I just wanted to give you kind of a snapshot into what's in our school community and the resources that we give our clients. But at the end of the day, the goal here is to source, vet, qualify, and be able to hire those reps and then put them into a training sequence to where you can scale up, whether you've got 5 to 10 reps you're trying to bring on over the next 90 days, or you're trying to bring on 1,000 reps. We've got great testimonials here from our clients. We've got a free volume-based commission sales recruiting course that shows you exactly how, when we built our first team within this company, that in 90 days, we grew to 25 reps to 80K in sales revenue and beyond. It hit 100, then 120, then 150, and it kept going up. And just to show you, we've got a bunch of great, YouTube testimonials and things like that, right? You'll see roofing companies, you'll see insurance companies, you'll see a whole bunch of different things here. And to wrap up, listen, we're going to be talking about this more in our strategy call. Take advantage of our school community, opt into that, whether we move forward or not. You're going to get a ton of value out of that. And I will see you in the next step.